Welcome back to Prop News Time. Here are the headlines for the day. Mumbai Coastal Road Phase 2. BMC proposes land reservation changes for 60 plots between Goregaon and Dahisar. The Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation, BMC, has proposed changes to the gate reservation status of 60 land parcels between Goregaon and Dahisar to facilitate Phase 2 of the Mumbai Coastal Road project. These adjustments, part of the Development Plan 2034, affect plots in Exar, Malad, West, Malwani, Pahadi, Goregaon, Charkop, and Dahisar, aligning them with upcoming infrastructure needs. The 25-kilometer coastal road Phase 2, costing Indian rupees 20,000 crore, will connect the Versova-Bandra Sea Link to Dahisar, with integration planned for the Goregaon-Mulund Link Road. The BMC is inviting public suggestions and objections within a 30-day window, followed by a public hearing. Cabinet approves Indian rupees 4,500 crore highway, linking JNPA port to Mumbai, Pune corridor. The Union Cabinet approved the construction of a 6-lane, access-controlled greenfield high-speed national highway, connecting JNPA port at Pagote to Chauk in Maharashtra, spanning 29.219 kilometers. The project involves an investment of Indian rupees 4,500 crore and will be developed under the Build, Operate and Transfer BOT model. The initiative aligns with the PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan, focusing on integrated infrastructure development to improve connectivity with key ports. The highway is expected to address rising logistical demands, fueled by increasing container traffic at JNPA port and the upcoming Navi Mumbai International Airport, enhancing freight movement and regional economic growth. Bhubaneswar Metro corridor extension to Cuttack under review. The Bhubaneswar Metro Rail project may soon extend to Cuttack, rather than ending at Trishulya, to ensure seamless connectivity between the twin cities. Housing and Urban Development Minister Shri Krishna Chandra Mohapatra emphasized the need for this extension, with a technical team currently reviewing route and design adjustments. A possible bridge over the Kathajodi River is being considered, while depot construction and precasting continue. The extension could push the project completion beyond December 2027. Once operational, commuters will travel between Bhubaneswar and Cuttack in 30 minutes, significantly improving urban mobility and reducing traffic congestion in the region. Mumbai property deals. Laxmi Niwas bungalow on Nepean Sea Road sold for Indian rupees 276 crore. Mumbai's iconic Laxmi Niwas bungalow, located on Nepean Sea Road, has been sold for Indian rupees 276 crore, making it one of the city's most expensive property transactions. Once a secret refuge for freedom fighters during the Quit India movement, the 19,891 square foot colonial bungalow was sold by the Kapadia family to Vageshwari Properties Pavartad Limited, linked to Elena Nikhil Meswani of Reliance Industries. Built in 1904 and owned by the Kapadia family since 1917, the property holds significant historical value and development potential of around 45,000 square feet. This sale adds to a series of high-value real estate deals in Mumbai's luxury market. Reverse insolvency clears path for RG Luxury Homes to hand over 600 flats in Greater Noida West. The RG Luxury Homes project in Greater Noida West is set to hand over possession to 600 home buyers who have been waiting for 6 years. The developer has secured occupancy certificates for 3 additional towers under the National Company Law Tribunal's NCLT reverse insolvency process, bringing the total to 7 towers cleared for possession. The project, which was stalled in 2016 due to financial troubles, is the first in Gautam Budh Nagar to achieve this milestone under this insolvency route. With only 2 towers left under construction, RG Group is steadily moving toward completing the first phase of the long-delayed project. Pune to host India's first Trump World Center with luxury offices and amenities. Tribeca Developers and Kundan Spaces, in collaboration with the Trump Organization, have announced their first Trump-branded commercial real estate project in India. The project, named Trump World Center Pune, is set to span 1.6 million square feet, offering over 27 floors of premium office spaces. Located in Pune's Koregaon Park Annex, the development involves an investment of approximately Indian rupees 1,700 crore, with sales potential estimated at Indian rupees 2,500 crore. Additionally, Tribeca Developers revealed plans to introduce 3 new luxury residential projects in North and South India, with an expected investment ranging from Indian rupees 6,000 crore to Indian rupees 7,000 crore in the coming months. NSE outlines urban growth strategy with new HQ and data center in BKC. The National Stock Exchange, NSE, is set to transform its current Bandra Kurla complex, BKCE, headquarters into a captive data hub and relocate its primary offices to a newly allotted 1-acre site in G Block, BKC, on an 80-year lease. This move supports NSE's expansion and plans for a modern headquarters to be completed within 3 years. The current Exchange Plaza building, historically significant for Mumbai's financial shift from Nariman Point to BKC, will continue housing key IT and listing services. NSE's expansion reflects its global stature as a leading derivatives exchange focused on technological innovation and strengthening India's financial infrastructure. Thanal Housing Project in Thiruvananthapuram faces delays due to pending approvals. The Thanal Housing Project, aimed at rehabilitating 99 families from Vikalanga Colony in Thiruvananthapuram, is stalled due to pending technical sanctions. The Uralangal Labour Construction Cooperative Society, ULCCS, contracted for the project, submitted a revised cost estimate exceeding the initial Indian rupees 20 crore budget. But the Thiruvananthapuram Corporation has yet to approve it. Residents continue to face poor living conditions as the delay persists. Similar setbacks have affected major projects like Kolkata West International City and Mumbai's Dharavi redevelopment, highlighting the need for streamlined approvals to prevent prolonged hardships for vulnerable communities. Lucknow. LDA to launch upgraded portal for land use verification and property transparency. The Lucknow Development Authority, LDA, is launching an upgraded digital portal with a new land use verification feature to curb fraudulent property transactions. This will address issues where commercial plots, greenbelts, and roads were illegally sold as residential properties. The portal will allow users to generate detailed land use reports by entering tehsil, village name, and plot number, along with the option to obtain an official land use NOC for a nominal fee. LDA Vice Chairperson Prathamesh Kumar announced that the portal will use advanced technology for real-time verification, replacing outdated ERP systems and ensuring greater transparency and trust in property transactions. Odisha High Court extends stay on Apartment Ownership Act exemption. The Odisha High Court has extended its stay on the state government's February 1st, 2025 notification that sought to exempt apartments completed before February 25th, 2017 from certain provisions of the Odisha Apartment Ownership and Management Act, 2023. The move, challenged by a home buyer, was seen as favoring builders who sold incomplete flats without occupancy certificates. The case highlights broader issues in India's real estate sector, similar to past disputes in Kerala and Mumbai. The court's final decision, expected on March 26, 2025, will significantly impact apartment ownership rights and legal compliance in Odisha. Mumbai. BMC introduces app to control construction debris dumping across Mumbai. The Brihanmumbai Municipal Corporation, BMC, is developing a mobile app and tracking system to monitor the movement of construction and demolition (C&D) waste from collection to disposal, aiming to curb illegal dumping in water bodies, mangroves, and open spaces. Under the Auto Development Control Regulations (DCR) system, applicants for construction or repair permissions must declare the waste volume and select an approved dump site. The system tracks debris movement and time slots and requires truck drivers to upload images during collection and dumping. Site operators must update the system with the quantity dumped. The initiative also supports 2 underutilized C&D processing plants. As BMC seeks to reduce reliance on unregulated debris handlers and promote responsible waste disposal through designated facilities. Bombay High Court enforces closure of mall over environmental violations. The Bombay High Court upheld the closure order against a suburban mall for failing to secure environmental clearance, highlighting the severity of its ecological impact. The court rejected the company's plea, affirming that applying for clearance under an amnesty scheme did not justify ongoing operations. It directed the Maharashtra Pollution Control Board to enforce the closure immediately. The bench ruled that pending applications did not override legal obligations, reaffirming the necessity of strict environmental compliance. Indore Municipal Corporation plans an INR 8,000 crore budget with a focus on infrastructure. The Indore Municipal Corporation, IMC, is preparing a proposed budget of around INR 8,000 crore for FY 2025 to 2026, focusing on urban development and governance improvements. Key initiatives include constructing a new IMC headquarters, acquiring modern machinery, and restoring Bilawali Pond under the PPP model, with plans for sports and leisure activities. IMC also plans to launch a digital revenue collection portal and conduct a GIS survey for accurate property tax assessments. Additional measures include developing fish parlors, treated water pipelines, and integrating advertisements from various departments. The IMC will soon issue a tender for the removal of the BRTS corridor. Noida Authority to cancel residential plots over unpaid dues and non-construction. The Noida Authority has announced strict action against residential plot allottees who have failed to begin construction or clear dues, warning of cancellation of allotments. A recent review by Noida CEO Lokesh M. revealed several plots in sectors 51 and 151 with overdue payments totaling over INR 8 crore, with the largest single default exceeding INR 3 crore and 50 lakh. Despite multiple notices since February, no action has been taken by the defaulters. The authority will proceed with cancellations as per lease agreements and building regulations, and continue issuing demand notices to ensure land is used as intended and dues are recovered. DDA begins process to demolish unsafe Signature View apartments in Delhi. The Delhi Development Authority, DDA, has initiated the process to hire an agency for the demolition of 336 HIG and MIGI flats in Signature View apartments, Mukherjee Nagar, after they were deemed unsafe. The demolition, to be completed in 120 days, will include dismantling structures, debris disposal, and material recovery. While the DDA has issued SOPs for evacuation, residents are seeking clarity on document collection, key handovers, and rent reimbursements. Built between 2007 and 2010, the buildings showed structural issues within years, prompting an IIT Delhi audit that advised demolition. Smooth execution now hinges on clear communication and timely compensation. Noida News, NCLA orders developers to transfer common area control to registered associations. Supertech Ltd was ordered by the National Company Law Appellate Tribunal, NCLAT, to hand over management of the common areas of its Supernova project in Noida to the Registered Apartment Owners Association in a historic decision. despite only 27% of units having received occupancy certificates. NCLAT clarified that once an association is registered, it is entitled to take over management, even if the project is incomplete. This decision empowers home buyers of insolvent real estate projects to gain control of their society sooner, bypassing developers' resistance. Navi Mumbai Municipal Corporation announces Abhay scheme, offering 50% relief on water bill penalties. The Navi Mumbai Municipal Corporation, NMMC, has introduced the Abhay scheme, aimed at recovering outstanding water bill payments from its customers. The initiative provides a 50% discount on late fees and penalty amounts for all categories of water bill payers, including Gram Panchayats, connected to the primary water channel between Morbe Dam and Kalamboli. The scheme is set to be implemented from March 21st, 2025 to March 31st, 2025, encouraging citizens to clear their dues within this time frame. The NMMC has urged residents to take advantage of this opportunity to settle pending payments. Ghaziabad. GDA introduces special amenity fee for properties near Metro and Namo Bharat corridors. The Ghaziabad Development Authority, GDA, has introduced a special amenity fee for commercial and mixed-use properties within 500 meters of the Namo Bharat and Metro corridors. Under the UP Urban Planning and Development Rules 2024, this fee, set at 25% of the development charge, applies to shops, malls, and other commercial establishments near transit hubs, promoting transit-oriented development, TOD. Developers can pay in installments for plots over 10,000 square meters, with interest rates of 12% annually and 15% penalty for late payments. The initiative aims to boost revenue and support urban infrastructure and commercial growth along key transport corridors. Land deals. Godrej Properties acquires 10-acre land parcel in Yelahanka. Bengaluru Godrej Properties has acquired approximately 10 acres of land in Yelahanka, Bengaluru. The project will include around 1.5 million square feet of saleable area, featuring primarily residential units along with high street retail, and has an estimated revenue potential of Indian rupees 2,500 crore. Earlier, in January 2025, the company secured a 24-acre land parcel in Indore, targeting a saleable area of 620,000 square feet. Additionally, in July 2024, it acquired a 46-acre plot on Indore-Ujjain Road, further expanding its development footprint. ITAT clarifies distinction between legal and beneficial property owners in capital gains tax ruling. The Income Tax Appellate Tribunal, ITAT, Mumbai bench, delivered a significant ruling distinguishing between legal and beneficial ownership in property transactions. In a case involving V.N. Jain, who was listed as a joint owner with his brother on a property sold for Indian rupees 54 lakh during the financial year 2014 to 15, the ITAT determined that mere inclusion of a name on the property title does not imply ownership, if evidence suggests otherwise. Jain's brother had purchased and retained full rights over the property, with Jain's name added purely out of affection. The ITAT ruled that since Jain neither invested in nor benefited from the sale, he was not liable for capital gains tax. Tax experts have lauded the decision for reinforcing natural justice and protecting individuals from unwarranted tax liabilities. HDFC Capital and Total Environment launch an Indian rupees 1,300 crore platform to develop residential real estate in Bengaluru HDFC Capital. The private equity arm of HDFC Group has partnered with Bengaluru-based developer Total Environment to create an Indian rupees 1,300 crore platform aimed at developing residential projects in Bengaluru. The collaboration will add 6.5 million square feet of new housing to Total Environment's existing 16 million square feet portfolio, with a combined gross development value of over Indian rupees 10,100 crore to be delivered over the next 4 to 5 years. This marks HDFC Capital's fourth investment in Total Environment, reinforcing its strategy of backing leading developers. The partnership focuses on sustainable greenfield projects, catering to mid-income and upper-middle-income buyers, aligning with India's Housing for All initiative and ongoing demand for quality homes. Maharashtra Tourism. State partners with NHLML to develop 45 ropeways at major tourist locations. The Maharashtra state government has announced an ambitious plan to develop 45 aerial ropeways across key tourist destinations in the state, in partnership with the National Highways Logistics Management Limited, NHLML, a subsidiary of the National Highways Authority of India, NHAI. The project aims to enhance tourism and alleviate traffic congestion at popular sites such as the Elephanta Islands, Alibag Fort, Matheran, Raigad, Pratapgarh, Sinhagad Fort, and Mahabaleshwar. Additional locations identified for ropeway construction include Jejuri, Sajangad, Ajinkyathara Fort, Toseghar Waterfalls, and Renuka Temple. The ropeways will be executed under a public-private partnership model, with state agencies maintaining equity stakes. McDonald's to set up India HQ and Global Capability Center in Hyderabad. McDonald's has chosen Hyderabad as the site for its India headquarters and Global Capability Center, GCC, following a competitive selection process that saw the city triumph over rivals like Bangalore. This strategic move is expected to create 2,000 jobs in its initial phase. The American fast food giant plans to leverage Telangana's skilled workforce and infrastructure while expanding its local restaurant network. The Telangana government is also looking to strengthen this partnership by offering agricultural produce sourcing and workforce training via state-backed skilling programs, further anchoring McDonald's growing footprint in the region. Prologis to invest United States dollars $1 billion in India's logistics sector over next 7 years. Prologis, the world's largest logistics real estate firm, has announced a United States dollars $1 billion investment in India over the next 5 to 7 years, doubling its earlier commitment. The company will invest United States dollars $500 million by 2026 to develop large warehousing parks in key cities like Delhi, Mumbai, Pune, Bengaluru, and Chennai. Recent land acquisitions in Bengaluru, Hoskote, and Chennai, Hosur, totaling 300 acres, will support 6 million square feet of warehousing development. Prologis is also exploring data center opportunities in India. The move reflects India's booming logistics sector, which saw record investments in 2024, led by foreign capital and strong e-commerce and third-party logistics 3PL demand. TurboStart leads United States dollars $2.5 million funding round in Lighthouse PropTech to drive luxury real estate innovation. Global early-stage venture capital firm and accelerator TurboStart has recently announced an investment of United States dollars $1 million in Lighthouse PropTech as part of a larger United States dollars $2.5 million funding round. The round also saw participation from the Dabur family office and several other high-net-worth individual HNI family offices, valuing Lighthouse PropTech at United States dollars $13.5 million. This investment will support the company's expansion as it develops a technology-driven platform aimed at transforming luxury real estate transactions in India. Chabahar Port upgrade planned as India targets 500,000 TEU capacities in 10 years. India is set to invest nearly Indian rupees 4,000 crore to expand and modernize operations at Iran's Chabahar port, aiming to boost container handling capacity to 500,000 TEUs over the next decade. The Shahid Beheshti Terminal, operated by India Ports Global Limited (IPGL), is already seeing rapid growth, handling over 65,000 TEUs this year. India has committed United States dollars $120 million in grants and a United States dollars $250 million line of credit for further development. Despite potential United States sanctions, uncertainties, India is advancing the project, which is key to strengthening trade routes via the International North-South Transport Corridor, INSTC. India is also expanding port projects in Myanmar and Sri Lanka to enhance regional connectivity. Germany struggles to meet housing goals as construction slowdown deepens. Germany is struggling to meet its housing targets amid a worsening shortage. A recent study found that the country needs 320,000 new apartments annually by 2030, but only 216,000 were approved in 2024, the slowest pace since 2010. The housing crisis has been exacerbated by rising interest rates, which have stalled construction projects, caused job losses, and pushed developers into financial trouble. Hopes for a recovery in 2025 have been dampened by further increases in borrowing costs. With demand growing, particularly in cities like Berlin, Munich, and Frankfurt, Germany faces mounting challenges in addressing its housing deficit. Norway's NBIM invests United States dollars 1 billion in London, France, and Spain real estate. Norway's sovereign wealth fund, Norges Bank Investment Management, NBIM, has announced United States dollars 1 billion in new real estate investments across Europe. NBIM has acquired a 25% stake in a London property portfolio for Great Britain pounds 570 million in partnership with Shaftesbury Capital, which will manage the properties. Additionally, NBIM is acquiring a 40% stake in AXA Lifestyle Housing for Euros 240 million, expanding into student and co-living housing in France and Spain. These strategic investments reflect NBM's focus on prime commercial and urban residential properties, aiming for stable returns and long-term growth in global real estate markets. Hungary's property boom, led by investors, not borrowers, says central bank Hungarian house prices have surged sharply, with Budapest home prices rising nearly 17% year-on-year in February 2025, the fastest growth in 3 years. According to the GACE, the National Bank of Hungary, this rise is largely driven by investors redirecting funds from government bonds, rather than increased borrowing, posing minimal risk to financial stability. Property prices are outpacing income and rental growth, showing signs of overheating. Despite rapid price increases, mortgage debt remains low relative to gross domestic product, GDP, and most property purchases are made without loans. The central bank believes tighter credit policies will have limited impact on controlling this investor-driven price surge. That's a wrap for today. Tune in tomorrow for the latest headlines.